Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of FonkTube. Today I'm going to talk about something that's a little bit controversial. I feel like I may get a little bit of distaste for going over this particular topic, and that's just the type of person that I am. I'm always willing to talk about the things that most people aren't, because it makes people uncomfortable and it questions their decisions and their life path and what they're doing with their lives. And that's what I seek to explore in each person that I meet. I do want to question your life decisions, and I think everybody should question why they're doing what they're doing. And if you don't do that, if you don't question your reality and why you're spending your time where you are, you're probably wasting your time doing something that isn't actually going to benefit you in the long run, if you're just doing it because you've been told to and not questioning why you're doing it. So, the topic today is about whether or not college is a scam. Is college a scam for us millennials and Generation Zs? I think we're Zs. Yeah, I was right. We are Generation Z. I'm Generation Z because I'm 20 years old. And if you want to look up what the generations are, that really helps you understand kind of an idea that every generation is very, very different. Everyone has their own morals. Everyone grew up a different way where society made sense to them in going a certain way. Our education system is just a little bit messed up because we, as Generation Zs and Millennials, we're being told to go down the same path as our ancestors that were baby boomers and Generation X. And there's got to be something to question here. Is this going to be suitable for us? Because when you look at how college is working for our generation, it's really not doing too well. Let's be honest. The amount of money that we're expected to pay to go to college is literally insane. It's something that is kind of just out of people's understanding, because it's so much money that people don't even acknowledge it that much. People just kind of realize that it's allowed. They're like, I'm gonna pay it eventually, I will. It's there, but let's ignore it, because it's stressful to think about all that money that we're spending on our education. So that's the first thing that is really alarming, the fact that we have to spend so much money to get this degree. But let's just give some background about who I am and my experience is as a college student. So I have been in college for 3 years now. I'm a junior, so I have a good amount of experience with the college lifestyle. I go to Arizona State University, so that's known as a very college town. And if you know what that means that people really live the college experience at this school. And I noticed that a lot of people that go to my school really don't know what the fuck they're doing. Sorry, my language. They have no idea really what they want to be doing or who they are as a person. And I went through the same experience where I was so busy doing homework for my specific major that I was waking up at 8 a.m., going to bed at 12 p.m., consistently completing assignments and classes and tasks and planning things doing all these requirements that I didn't have any time for my own self-entertainment. I never had any time to love myself or to like do things that I like to do unless I was in the shower. Like I'm like this the only time that I like was able to just kind of let go and dance was when I was in the shower. And that was like such a sad thing for me, like that I couldn't spend like time to just figure out who I was as a person. Because for 2 years I didn't know what the fuck I was. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. I was just doing what I was told. And that's what college really does for you. It tells you what to do. It's like your mom that kind of holds on to you as you go onto your next journey. So you're in high school, you're being told what to do by your teachers and your parents, and then you go to college, and then it's the same thing again. Like it doesn't change. It doesn't give you any freedom. It doesn't give you any time to like self-explore. It's just giving you all these tasks. And that's an issue because we're being pushed into doing things that we don't even know if this is in line with who we are as a person, our soul. Like, what if you just thought, like, as you graduated high school, I think I like chemistry. Like, I think I do. Let's just major in chemistry because, you know, that's what my parents said is a good major. Like, you know, and I'm sure, like, in their time, yeah, that was probably a good thing to major in, and you could get a job. So let's say you went to school for chemistry, and you're doing all this chemistry work every single day. Like, you're doing all these prerequisites and all this homework every single day. That, you know, that's all your life is. It's all that your life consists of. And when you do have free time, what are you doing? You're sleeping. You're relaxing because you don't have energy to do anything that you want to do because you're just so like exhausted from all the work that you just did all day. So a lot of people in college, you know, when they get their free time, they're just watching TV. Like, they're just going out to eat with their friends or just to go party. Or mostly, especially in Arizona, a lot of people get drunk and try to like forget their entire life. And I noticed that a lot of people that are really abusing substances in college are doing so because they don't have any drive or motivation for a specific goal because they don't know who they are yet. And that's why I see college as such a toxic environment sometimes. And especially when people are there because they don't know what they're doing. And they're expecting college to give them the outcome. Because college isn't going to give you the outcome. It's going to take your money and your time. And then when you graduate, you may or may not get a job. It's not guaranteed. I know so many people that don't get a job after they graduate 4 years of college. And they'll major in something that, you know, you would think that is in demand. And that's why they did it. And they're having a hard time getting a job. And, you know, I just want to put this out here because I worry about other people. And if you're taking all your time to invest into school and, you know, you're neglecting the part where you're supposed to figure out who you are as a person because you're too tired because you did all this work, then maybe you should step back. Because it is like a little tornado that kind of just sucks you in, and it's kind of up to you to control your own life. So many people that I look up to, multi-millionaires, inspiring, healthy people. A lot of them dropped out of college. A lot of them realized that, why am I doing what other people are telling me to do? Because when you're always doing what other people tell you to do, sometimes those people don't have your best interests at hand. It's another person, or another society, or another community. They don't always have your best interests at hand because they aren't you. So they might make you do things that are in their best interests. Does this make sense? Like college, they're gonna tell you, oh, you need to go to college. School's gonna tell you, oh, you need to go to college. Why would they tell you that? You see, you have to learn to separate yourself from society just a little bit. It's helped me a lot. I've learned so much about myself. I'm still in college, of course, because I still gain a lot of like information about what I'm trying to create in the future. And it gives me a little bit of credibility, but honestly, guys, like in this generation, you don't need a degree to have credibility, because all information research is on the internet and it's accessible to everyone. So like, you can really become whatever you want as long as you provide information to the public and source your sources. And you don't need like a master's or any like specific degree to say, oh, I did this, because it really doesn't prove anything. Like, at least for me, like if someone just said they had some bachelor's in whatever, like it's not enough. It's not enough for me to feel like I can trust them. I need to see work. I need to see passion. I need to see experience. That's what matters. When you have a degree and you say that you just have a certificate or like whatever, you just are saying that you followed orders for 4 years. You didn't create anything. You followed orders, which is so easy to do. Anyone can do that. And so it's really not an asset, you know? It really isn't, especially in this day and age when everything's going digital. Let's just jump back to the fact that college takes all your money, and you know, you get out, you graduate, and you might not get a job. Or at least maybe if you do, it's only from like the $12 to $20 per hour range, you know? And you're probably working at most 9 to 5 or like a 12-hour shift if you're like working in a hospital or something. So you're basically working as a slave and trading your time for money. And, you know, that can be suitable for some people. Maybe they just want to live this simple life and feel like they really earned, like, you know, what they worked for, which is totally okay. Like, I'm not telling anyone to, like, do anything. I'm just putting out this information because I'm trying to help you guys, and this is what's helped me in my journey. And sorry about my hair. It's, like, all around. Anyway, what was I talking about? Think about it. If you're working the same job for years and years and years, maybe you change it up, maybe you get something similar that's kind of like, you know, in a line with the same degree that you have, you're still kind of doing the same thing over and over and over again, which isn't a problem. Like, if that's what you like to do, that's what you like to do. But I've noticed that a lot of people are unhappy with living that lifestyle. They're unhappy with the 9 to 5 regular life where every day is essentially the same and you're around the same people that have the same distaste, And that's just kind of like where your degree is going to lead you. It's just the pathway that it brings you down. And that's what you sign up for when you invest all your time into college. And you don't do any work on your own part to figure out who you are and what specifically you're looking for in life. And so a lot of people, they're working their jobs. It takes them a while to realize that they aren't happy with their lives and are gonna end up looking for something else. Or maybe they just think that there's never anything that they can have that's better than what they have, and they've just accepted it. And they've just accepted that they're trapped and they can't really do anything because they're living paycheck to paycheck. Like there's no room for travel because as much as they're working, they're paying to live. So they're stuck, and then they're also paying off all the student loans that they paid, that they got from college, to program their brain to live in this systematic lifestyle. So if that sounds appealing to you, then college is for you. Then college is your shit. I'm not gonna force you into anything. I'm just sharing my advice. So if you're in college like me and you're like, oh my god, she's scaring me, I don't know what to do, what am I supposed to do with this college degree, I don't know, I'm supposed to finish the assignments, it gives me anxiety, I need to still work, I understand, it's okay, relax, take a deep breath in, all the new air, and exhale, maybe with a sigh. It's gonna be okay. We all just need to take a chill pill sometimes and stop. Just stop following orders. Stop just blindly doing what you're told. Question things. Question everything. 'Cause not everything in this world is in your best interests because it's coming from society. Society is really just doing what's helpful for them in terms of money. So you have to separate yourself from comfortability and take risks and be okay with change. It's hard to grasp all at once, I understand, and for me it was hard. Life is hard. It's so hard, man, but you gotta realize that that's how life is. Life is naturally a challenge. It's a game. It's not just smooth sailing to where you're in high school, you're comfortable, you go to college, you're comfortable, and then you get a job and you're just comfortable until you die and you're tired. It's not like that. But if you want it to be like that, it's gonna be miserable. It's gonna be unfulfilling. It's gonna be unhappy and depressing. Everyone always talks about how they want to travel. Do you think you're going to be able to travel around all the time when you're locking yourself into a 9-to-5 job? You have to find a career that is going to allow you to travel all the time. So I know a lot of people that are looking for jobs that allow for that, like a travel nurse, and I understand that, that's its own thing. So if you're looking to travel, you really do need to find a job that's going to allow you to travel. But you got to put that into perspective, and understand that you really got to shape your goals and see what it is that you want And is what you're doing right now going to lead you to that point? And if it's not, then you need to make changes. You need to plan things out. You need to write down your goals and write out how you are going to get there. Because if you don't, you'll never get there. Trust me. You'll just float through life, and you'll just live the same life every single day. It won't change if you don't make any changes. To answer the question, is college a scam? I think for the older generations, college made sense. College was cheaper. It actually gave people jobs, and they didn't have the internet, so they needed to have some form of credibility, because there was no other way of knowing if that person was crazy or if they were actually doing any work. They needed that piece of paper. But we have the internet, we have social media, we have means to prove that we're doing the work. We have means to build ourselves up on a social media platform. There's so many ways to make money online. So it's like, when you think about it, it doesn't make sense to spend that money on college to get a piece of paper that literally means less. It's less valuable than putting a lot of work onto a website or a social media site. It's less in value now than it used to be. So think about that and realize that if you're working towards something that's less in value, you're really just hurting yourself in your future and your coin. Definitely your coin. So I'm gonna let you guys decide on the idea, like if it's a scam, because it's all your own opinions, perceptions, and I'm not gonna force anyone to think anything. So yeah. If you guys want any specific advice on how to turn things around, and if you want to know more about how to make money from your phones, hit me up through my Instagram DM, or you could just message me on YouTube, comment, and I'll get back to you. Always reach out to me. I'm always here to help you guys, and that's why I make these videos, is to help you guys, because I've seen the destruction that this society has done to people, and I'm trying to do something to help it. With that being said, I hope you guys have a really good day. Let's just take a deep breath all together so we can just absorb all this information and move on in a way that is healing to ourselves. So now that we've absorbed all this perspective, we're going to let it sink in over the next few days and maybe contemplate changes that may want to occur. Take a deep breath in. Clean, fresh air. Ooh. And exhale. All the toxins and all that. A lot of residual air kind of just stays in the bottom of our lungs because we breathe so shallowly throughout the day. That's why I tell you guys to take deep breaths, because it really refreshes it. And that's how all that air that kind of just sits there and builds up with toxins. But yeah, bye guys, and I love you guys for all the support. It means so much to me, and